Beneath the ordinary world lies a veil, and behind it, the voices of the lost still whisper.
We are your guides into the shadows, where true crime meets the paranormal.
From chilling crimes to haunted histories, we uncover the stories that refuse to rest.
This is Veil of Echoes.
You don't hear me until it's too late. I don't announce myself. I don't rise. I don't move. I'm already here. I felt your weight before you felt my ground. Your bones are loud. Your breath is careless. You walk like something that believes it will leave. You call this place quiet. That's how I know you don't understand silence. I've watched people like you for longer than fear has had a name. You always do the same thing. You take one step past where you should have stopped. The trail doesn't vanish. Not at first. The ground doesn't swallow. It softens. Your voice doesn't disappear. It simply fails to reach anything that cares. That feeling in your chest, that isn't panic. That's recognition. I feel you. Your warmth leaks into my soil. Your footsteps bruise paths that were never meant for you. People say I take them. They give themselves to me. You think leaving is a decision? It isn't. Leaving is something I allow. Every path here has an ending. Some of them just don't return.
Hey guys, welcome back to Veil of Echoes, a true crime and paranormal podcast.
We're your hosts. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Zach.
And I'm Bria.
Each week we explore stories that live in the space between fact and folklore.
Stories where answers fade.
And something lingers long after people are gone.
Tonight we're heading deep into the Appalachian Mountains, a region older than memory.
Where disappearances, legends, and fear intertwine.
And where the land itself seems to remember those who never made it back.
Before we begin, we want to note that this episode contains discussions of missing persons, unsettling encounters, and folklore rooted in real communities and real loss.
Some stories you'll hear tonight are drawn from documented cases.
Others come from first-hand accounts, regional legends, and oral histories passed down through generations.
We share these stories with respect for the victims, their families, and the communities who continue to live with unanswered questions.
Listener discretion is advised.
As we researched this episode, one thing became impossible to ignore. So many people disappear, and their stories never made headlines.
Some cases receive only a few paragraphs in a local paper.
Some fade into online forums.
And some are never spoken about outside a single family.
That silence is something we want to change. Beginning this January, we'll be launching a new mini-series called Missing Veil Files.
These will be short, focused episodes covering missing persons cases that never received the attention they deserved.
Cases that went cold too quickly.
Or were forgotten entirely. If there's a missing person case you believe needs new light,
A case from your hometown?
Or a name you don't want to lose to time,
we invite you to share it with us. You can message us directly on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook at Veil of Echoes Podcast.
You don't need every detail.
just a name and a place.
And a reason you believe their story matters. Because being forgotten should never be part of the sentence.
Tonight, we begin in Appalachia.
Where the land remembers.
Even when the world doesn't.
The Appalachian Mountains shouldn't exist the way they do. Geologists say they're older than the Rockies, older than the Alps, formed before dinosaurs walked the earth.
These mountains were already ancient when the first humans ever set foot on them. They've eroded, collapsed, folded into themselves, and yet they remain.
Some estimates place the Appalachians over 480 million years old. That makes them older than most life on land, older than trees, older than bones.
And age matters here, because nothing in Appalachia behaves the way it should.
The Appalachian Mountains stretch farther than most people realize. They run from southern Canada down through the eastern United States, cutting across more than a dozen states.
From New York and Pennsylvania, through West Virginia, and Maryland, down through Kentucky, Tennessee, and North Carolina, into South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, and parts of Mississippi.
That means these stories don't belong to one town. They don't belong to one forest. They repeat across state lines, across generations, across thousands of miles of wilderness.
On paper, the Appalachian Mountains don't seem extreme. No towering peaks like the Rockies, no sheer cliffs like the Alps. But that's what makes them dangerous.
The terrain is deceptively dense. Ridges overlap ridges. Hollows sink deeper and narrow. Forests grow thick enough to swallow sound. And once you're inside them, it's hard to tell where you are.
Search and rescue teams say the same thing over and over again. People don't usually vanish because they panic. They vanish because the mountains quietly rearrange their sense of direction.
And trails don't always stay visible. Distances stretch, landmarks repeat. 2 steps in the wrong direction can put you into a hollow where light barely reaches the ground.
And once you're there, radio signals fail. GPS becomes unreliable. Cell phones lose service entirely.
Sound behaves strangely here too. Voices don't carry the way they should. Sometimes they echo too much, sometimes not at all.
And people report shouting, only to hear their own voice come back from the wrong direction.
Others say that the forest absorbs sound completely, like the mountains are listening, but not responding.
And then there's the silence. Not the peaceful kind. The kind where insects stop mid-song, where birds vanish all at once, where the wind seems to hold its breath.
And locals say that silence is your first warning, because Appalachia doesn't announce danger. It removes reassurance.
Generations have grown up learning this land, hunting it, living in it, raising families alongside it. And they'll tell you something important. Respect matters more than bravery here.
There are places locals avoid without explanation. Trails that don't have names. Hollows you've warned not to enter after dark.
Not because of superstition, but because too many people didn't come back.
In Appalachia, getting lost doesn't always feel dramatic. Sometimes it feels gradual. A wrong turn that doesn't feel wrong, a path that looks familiar, a sense that you've walked this stretch before.
People say the mountains don't push you away. They let you walk in.
And once you understand that, the stories that come out of Appalachia starts to feel less like legends and more like patterns.
Because when people disappear here, they don't always leave signs of panic. No torn clothes, no struggle, and no final call for help.
Just an absence.
And that's where the questions begin. So if a place stretches across thousands of miles and tells the same stories everywhere, what does that say about the land itself?
That was cursed.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
And like, why is it just Vault? Why is it just that spot?
Well, that whole range, that's a
Yeah.
good 1,000-something miles of land.
Thousands and thousands, right?
Mhm. Yeah, considering the width and the length and the states that it goes through, yeah, it's a lot.
I mean, I know, like it mentioned, it's not like, it doesn't have, like the other mountains, doesn't have like tall mountain ranges. So technically it's like all flat, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
It's
flatter.
flatter than like the
Yeah.
Alps. And
It doesn't have many peaks and ridges, but it
so
does
really,
have
if you
deep
went
hollows.
to climb a tree, it would all look the same up top.
Probably.
Chester, did
He is out.
say? Did he push you off the chair more?
No. But he is out.
He is. He looks comfortable.
Yeah, because it seems like that much consistency in scenery would leave you delusional, and you could end up the wrong direction thinking you've been going the right path for
Well, yeah.
an hour or so.
I mean, just like the Alaska Triangle we talked about, or the Haunted Fort, like one wrong step will put you into...
Yeah. Mountains and forests definitely seem to have that. Such bad luck.
And this is why I like going to the beach.
Yes. And even though the I don't know, water still scares me too if I'm too deep in it.
Yeah, but at least we have a better way of tracking weather patterns for water activities.
Yeah.
If you go into the mountains, it doesn't matter the time of day. One wrong step is a wrong step.
Yep.
Yeah, the mountains
Forest is the
do-
same. It
they
doesn't matter
terrify
the
me.
season.
The forests.
You take
the
a wrong
forests.
step and you're lost for months.
Yes.
If you ever come back out.
Oh, that's the scary part.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the water, yeah, that's very dangerous, but we have better ways to tell water patterns so we can do activities that involve the water.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
To where, despite the season, you go into a mountain range, you can get lost. Doesn't matter if it's day, night, summer, winter, fall, spring.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Forest is the same. Doesn't matter
I
the
know
weather.
you think in the winter time with all the leaves falling off the trees, but no,
But that's
no, they
something.
still look the same.
Some
Yep.
forests are filled with trees that don't do that. They don't die. They just
Yeah.
they kind of change color, but they don't really, like pine trees. They go brown,
Yeah.
but they don't really shed,
No.
and they come back just as fast as they lose them. So they're
Yep.
usually always a decent thickness.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to think like what we use, the trees that we use for Christmas trees. You get into a forest of those trees where they're
Oh,
usually
God.
that kind of green all year around.
They
You're like,
they
oh,
really are. Yeah.
the
Mhm.
evergreens and stuff like.
Yeah.
Or what is it? The redwoods in California. Those trees, they're tall, yeah, but they all look the same.
Yeah.
If they were thicker, then you'd get
Unless
lost.
you put markers down or do what
we-
Hansel and Gretel
hey,
did.
We
Oh,
know
yeah.
that doesn't always work either. We did studies on the suicide forest, and some people just kept rerunning their lopes back into the same destination.
Well, yeah, because there's
they
so
got
many
lost.
different.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
only helps if if people are making it back out,
Oh yeah.
because then you just have a bunch of ropes leading to the same spot, and then from there they take off different directions.
Mm-hmm.
The land plays tricks.
It does.
When people talk about disappearances in Appalachia, they often imagine careless tourists or inexperienced hikers. But that idea doesn't hold up.
Because many of the people who vanish here know the land. They're hunters, they're locals, and they're experienced outdoorsmen. Some of them grew up in these mountains.
And what's most unsettling is how often friends and family say the same thing afterward. They weren't scared. They didn't mention anything strange. Some even text, joking, checking in, making plans for later that day. And then, nothing.
Search and rescue teams have noticed something else. The circumstances surrounding these disappearances often look eerily similar, even when they happened hundreds of miles apart.
People are last seen walking a familiar trail. They aren't panicked, they aren't injured, and they aren't running. They simply don't return. When searches begin, one of the first tools used is scent dogs. And again, handlers report the same thing. The scent doesn't fade gradually.
It stops, abruptly, as if the person simply ceased to exist at a specific point on the trail.
Sometimes personal items are found, a shoe, a jacket, a backpack, but they aren't torn, they aren't scattered, they're placed.
They're folded, set neatly on a rock, left where they're easy to see, as if meant to be found.
In some cases, remains are eventually discovered, but not where logic says they should be. They're found uphill, against the direction of travel, in areas already searched multiple times.
Places where survival should have been impossible, yet somehow, that's where they ended up. When people ask how many have gone missing in Appalachia, there isn't a clear answer.
Because there isn't one database, one agency, or one definition.
In the United States, over 600,000 people are reported missing every year. Most are found, but tens of thousands aren't. And wilderness cases, especially in rural, mountainous regions, have some of the lowest recovery and closure rates.
The Appalachian Mountains span more than a dozen states and thousands of miles of terrain. Disappearances are handled differently depending on where they occur.
Some are ruled accidents, some are closed quietly, and some were never formally reported at all.
Even in heavily visited areas like Great Smoky Mountains National Park, search and rescue teams respond to thousands of calls over the years, making it one of the most active parks in the country for missing and lost persons.
Which means the real number is something no one can actually calculate.
There's another detail search and rescue workers rarely say out loud.
Some admit there are moments in the woods when something feels wrong, not dangerous, just off.
Moments when they stop calling out names, not because they're tired, but because it feels like answering would be a mistake.
Families are often told the same thing during searches. We were close.
Close enough to believe the person could hear them calling, but not close enough to bring them back. And the most disturbing part, these cases don't cluster in one place. They appear across Appalachia, from New York to Georgia, separated by state lines, decades, and circumstances.
Different people, different years, but same outcome.
Certain places across Appalachia come up again and again when people talk about disappearances, encounters, in areas that don't behave normally. Not because they're famous, but because locals avoid them. If someone disappears without a sound, without a trace, without resistance, would you assume accident or intention?
Well, if they're going into these forests, I don't think it would be. I would probably assume accident just because you can get lost so easy.
Yep.
Yeah, it seems more accidental because a lot of the times it's hunters.
Mm-hmm. Or people that know the area.
Yeah.
You know.
Skilled outdoorsman, not just someone who's like, I decided this is where I'm going to go for my first hiking experience.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Because I don't think isn't there a park somewhere in the west that, like, what was it with serial killers were?
I don't remember, but there's like high activity over there because of how big it is and how dense it is or whatever. And
I don't know, but
there's not
this
very
isn't
many.
really like that, but I don't know. I assume it's more accidental here.
Yes.
Yeah. There's something people say about the Appalachian Mountains that comes up again and again. If you spend enough time here, you will hear something.
Not footsteps, not animals, but something that sounds human.
People describe screams that don't behave the way screams should. They don't echo normally. They don't come from one direction. And they don't fade. They move.
Hunters talk about hearing a woman crying in the woods, calling for help. Always just far enough away to follow.
Ugh. It's creepy. Campers report screams that circle their tents at night. Never getting closer, never getting farther, just moving.
And when people call back, the screaming stops.
Some people say it doesn't just stop, it changes.
The sound comes back slower, closer, like it's learned where you are.
That's when the rules come up. Rules locals learn early and don't explain unless they trust you.
Don't follow voices at night. Don't answer screams you can't see. And if you do hear your name being called, no, you didn't.
Some people swear the voice sounds familiar. Not a stranger, someone they trust. A friend, a family member. A voice that makes you turn before you think.
Locals say children and animals notice it first. Dogs refuse to leave the porch. Horses panic without warning.
And kids ask who was calling their name when no one was.
One rule comes up more than any other. Don't acknowledge it.
Don't point, don't react.
Because noticing it is sometimes enough. In recent years, hundreds of people hiking, camping, or living near the mountains have shared eerily similar experiences. Different ages, in different states. Same details.
They talk about hearing something pacing them in the dark, matching their steps, stopping when they stop.
And some say it sounds like breathing just behind their shoulder. Too slow, too deep to be another person.
Others describe voices, calling from places no one could be standing. Steep ridges, dense brush, straight down into hollows that swallow sound.
And then there's the silence that follows, the kind that presses against your ears. The kind where insects vanish mid-song and the forest feels alert.
People say the worst part isn't the noise, but it's realizing the noise was intentional.
Some hikers describe hearing their own footsteps a second time, just a half step behind them. Others hear something heavier, slower, dragging through the leaves, without ever stepping into view.
A common detail appears in a lot of these accounts. People say they felt watched long before they heard anything.
Like the forest noticed them and decided to test them.
And almost everyone says the same thing in the end. They didn't run. They froze.
Because running felt wrong, like movement would invite something closer.
And when people finally leave the area, when they reach their car or their home or another person, they don't talk about what they heard.
They talk about what they didn't hear anymore. People say the mountains scream at night, but the ones who stay long enough realize something else. The mountains scream back. If something used a voice you trusted to pull you deeper into the dark, would you recognize the danger in time?
Well, now I would, reading all this stuff.
I was just about to say, I mean, like in another place. But then that's the tricky. Then that's a tricky part. Because what if it is you know? But I don't know. After hearing this, I'm like, nope, not listening to you. I'm gonna hide over here behind this tree.
Yeah, you see this tree? That's where I'm going. Don't come near me. Don't touch me. Don't do nothing.
Yeah.
Or else I'm gonna scream.
And I've watched a lot of little TikTok videos with this Appalachian Mountains stuff with the screams.
They're creepy.
They are very creepy.
Sometimes I almost wonder though if
I'm like, is it real? But still,
like bobcats or mountain lions screaming?
yes. Oh god, those are creepy sounding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even coyotes.
Yeah,
That one
coyotes
time-
don't bother me as much
I
though
know,
as
but-
the mountain lions.
One day, like here, they were outside our window, and there's like, sounded like 10 of them outside just going. I'm like, oh, that is creepy.
Yep.
So you just don't hear them. I don't know.
But see, I'm used to hearing that.
Yeah.
Only because
I mean, at the farm, yeah, but like
Yeah.
out here, it was just creepy.
Yeah, because, I mean, there's people that live back there now. It's not just open anymore.
There's like 10 of them. Yeah, but yeah, it makes you think. Yeah, and bobcats aren't scary. Mountain lions terrify me.
the mountain lions and the bobcats, when you hear those at night, those are creepier to me than the coyotes. But I'm also used to all those noises because of where I live at.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
out there all the time. I mean, there's bobcats, mountain lions, all that kind of shit out there.
Yeah.
So it's like not too long ago, we had a mountain lion in our backyard.
A mountain
with
lion?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell no.
With her cubs.
Nope.
And then a couple years ago, Jax was outside by himself, and there was a black bear running around in our backyard.
Yeah, those are around here. I don't know, something about the mountain lions freak me. I've watched too many shows and read too many articles.
I want to go play with them.
Oh my god.
I want to go play with them. It's a big murder kitten. That's all they are.
Yeah.
They're murder
Maybe
kittens.
if they're a kitten, but I'm not.
They're
going
murder
up to
kittens.
an adult
Even when
one.
they're an adult, they're murder kittens.
Oh god.
I've always said, like I told my mom, if I can't get in with the venomous snakes, the next thing I want to do is work with the big cats.
I mean, that would be fun. But...
I literally want to work with everything that would kill me.
Oh gosh.
Because if I
You're
couldn't work with them, I want to work with the damn polar bear.
like Steve Irwin.
G'day, mate. Hey,
And he died doing what he loved, so.
he was an American hero.
Yeah.
He was... I still cry about him.
Well, I was sad. I remember when it happened.
2006.
Yeah.
I remember when it happened because I ran outside and was bawling like a big
But
baby.
I mean, he died doing what he loved, so they gotta think of that, I guess. You know. That's how it
That's
makes me
what-
feel better.
I mean, but that's what I say about,
I mean, they knew what the possibilities might be, you know.
yeah, and that's what I told my mom recently about going into the field I want to go into. It's a risk that I'm gonna take, but I'm also not gonna be scared of that risk
Right.
unless it's an Amazon tree boa, and then
Oof.
I'm gonna be scared because they have really sharp teeth,
Ew.
and they have it's like numerous fangs,
Nope.
and they chew.
I'll pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
In Appalachia, stories aren't always told to entertain. They're told to prevent something.
There's a difference locals understand instinctively. Stories are shared and warnings are whispered.
If you ask someone from the mountains about the screams, the voices, the disappearances, they won't always answer directly. Sometimes they'll change the subject. Sometimes they'll laugh it off. And sometimes they'll tell you a story instead.
One of the most common stories told across Appalachia is about a woman seen in the fog. She appears on mountain roads, on trails, on ridgelines just before visibility disappears.
She's usually described the same way, standing still, silent, watching.
Fog moves in unnaturally fast when she appears. It swallows sound, distance, and direction. And if you look away, even for a second, she's gone.
Some say she's a warning, that if you see her and turn back, You'll be fine.
And others say she's bait. That if you follow her, you won't be seen again.
Locals don't argue about which version is true. They just say the same thing. Don't follow her.
I won't.
Why would I? Oh, hey, I'm just gonna follow this random woman in the fog. She seems like a cool girl.
Yeah, just standing over there
She's
staring
fun.
at me.
Hey, what's up, girl? What's up, Sarah?
Yeah. I
Fuck
will
that.
pass. That's creepy, though.
Even Chester agrees with me. Another warning shows up in stories told by hunters, drivers, and people who swear they know what a deer looks like.
They describe seeing one standing just off the trail, perfectly still, watching.
At first glance, nothing seems wrong. Until it moves.
Its legs bend the wrong way. It holds eye contact too long. And it doesn't run when it should.
Some say it stands up, and others say it smiles.
The fuck? Sorry, how does a deer smile?
Oh no.
Oh, this deer is possessed, I guess.
The
It's called
fuck,
the
bro?
not deer.
The not deer.
Reminds me of the one off Regular Show. People who encounter it say the same thing afterward. Their brain recognized it before their instincts rejected it.
Locals don't tell you what it is. They tell you what not to do.
And don't approach it, and don't follow it.
And if it looks back at you, leave.
I just want to know how a deer smiles. And what is its legs like? Like, is it...
They're reversed, I
The
guess.
not deer.
They say they bend the wrong way.
So
I'm
I
trying
guess
to
they
picture
bend...
it.
Well, because like a dog's legs, they'd be bending this way, so I guess they bend forward instead of backwards.
Yeah, it says the knot deer is a popular modern cryptid from Appalachian folklore, appearing like a deer but with unsettling, unnatural features. Long limbs, forward-facing eyes, unnatural joints,
I guess, yeah, because the
and
eyes
predatory
are usually...
behavior. Often described as walking on hind legs or making odd noises, evolving from online tales, but rooted in older fears of strange deer, possibly linked to diseases like CWD or birth defects. Those stories portray it as a supernatural entity.
Or the zombie disease that they get.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's like it's a parasite in their brain that causes them to walk around in circles.
Yeah.
And
it's a Wendigo.
It's pretty nasty because apparently people can get it.
Yeah. Ugh.
That's why they call it the zombie
And
disease.
that's why people don't want to eat them.
I know I don't.
No.
I don't like deer meat.
Me neither, honestly. Never been a fan of the venison taste.
No.
Too gamey.
Yeah. Another story comes up in hushed voices, usually after livestock is found torn apart, or when screams echo from places no one should be standing.
They call it the wampus cat. Not a normal animal. Not something that behaves the way it should.
It's described as fast, low to the ground, with eyes that reflect light from impossible distances. Some say it screams. Others say it mimics.
Children are warned not to wander at night because of it.
And adults stop joking about it once they hear something scream back. People don't argue about whether it's real.
They argue about what it actually is.
It's a wampus.
What is it with all these cats? The
It's a
little cat,
wampus.
The wampus cat. American folklore. A wampus cat is a cat-like creature that varies widely in appearance, ranging from frightful to comical, depending on the region.
Alrighty then.
Wampus sounds comical.
I mean, if you think about it though, in Egypt they're considered the guardians of the underworld.
Yeah. It says descriptions vary, but it is typically portrayed as a fearsome, large, feline creature, often a hybrid of a mountain lion and a woman, possessing supernatural abilities and an unearthly scream.
It's a real cougar.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
You gotta watch out for her. She's Grayla and the Yule Cat in one.
fucking great. This Wampus cat has 6 legs.
The fuck?
Well,
More to womp on your ass with.
Yeah.
Womp
It has
ass.
like 4
That's why he's named Wampus.
hands and 2
Gonna
feet.
womp you.
Reminds me of Patrick. I Wumbo, you
Oh
Wumbo.
my gosh.
I Wampus,
she,
you Wampus.
Wumbo.
Fucking Patrick.
Wumbo.
Oh.
He, she, Wumbo.
Yeah. I'm a goofy goober.
Then there are the lights. Small, floating, just bright enough to notice.
I feel like all these forests have these freaking light orbs going everywhere.
Orbs and creatures.
Yeah. Yeah. They appear deep in hollows, along ridgelines, or between trees where no road should be.
They don't rush. They drift. And when people follow them, they move just far enough ahead to stay visible.
Locals say the lights don't guide you home. They guide you deeper.
People who chase them often lose their bearings. Hours pass without explanation. Trails disappear. And when the lights vanish, so does direction.
Across Appalachia, all of these stories come with rules. Rules that are never written down.
Don't whistle at night.
Don't follow voices in the fog.
Don't answer something that calls you by your name when you can't see it.
And if you hear footsteps behind you, don't look back.
Because acknowledging something is how stories begin.
Some believe these legends exist because people needed a way to explain what happened to the ones who never came back.
And others believe the stories came first, and the disappearances followed.
Either way, the mountains don't correct the stories. They let them spread.
So, if a place teaches you rules without ever saying them out loud, what happens when you break one?
Well,
You're fucked.
That's
You're
what it
fucked.
seems like. If the land writes the rules and you break it.
and if
then
you're in its proximity, like, it has hold of you pretty much.
It's pretty
right?
much damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Exactly. Like,
That's- Well, I'm fucked either way. Might as well follow the lights.
I know. Let's see where
They're
you
pretty.
guys go. Yeah.
They're really nice. Where
About
are you
to
guys taking
Head
me?
to my death here.
That's what I want to know. What are you leading me to?
Your death.
And I'm dead.
the not deer and the wampus cat. That's where it's
I think I would want to see the wampus cat,
gonna
though,
say.
before the deer. The deer kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, once he starts walking the wrong way with a big smile on his face.
I'm like,
Ah.
and its joints. Nope.
Just as long as it's not the one from Antrim, we're good.
Oh my god, that poor deer. A dead deer getting, yeah.
I felt so bad for that dead deer.
Oh my god, dang it. It's good.
Just like their statue of Satan that they had going on there.
There is a lot going on in that.
He was wampus in that deal.
Oh my god. That movie is just so strange, but we watched the whole thing.
We made it through it. We did it. If anybody wants to watch it to see how bad it is, please do it.
It is very strange.
Please do it.
Very, very strange.
You haven't seen Stranger Things yet.
You think some shit is strange?
Yeah.
This is the
This
strangest
should
shit
be
that you
called
can
Stranger
watch.
Things.
Yes. This is literally the definition of Stranger Things.
And beyond. I don't even know what to say.
I mean, here, we're gonna dig through the 7 layers of hell. And each layer you go through is gonna be something different. And then we're gonna get to, oh my god, this motherfucker's doing some shit to it here. What layer of hell are we in now? Are we in the worst layer of hell?
I'm not sure. That's one of the categories I could put under what the fuck was that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
Kind
yeah.
of like Lamageddon and Slaughterhouse. I don't know what the fuck was going on in those movies, but
Lamageddon was fun.
I guess I need to watch those now.
They're funny. I
They're
don't know
funny.
about Slaughterhouse. I was sleeping.
they're funny, but they're cheesy, alright.
Oh, very cheesy. Very cheesy.
they're supposed to be horror movies, but you cannot help but to crack up laughing at every moment.
Yeah.
Especially in the Llamageddon, the one dude switches his shirt every scene. And it's not like the same color shirt with different logo. It's different color, different style, and you're just like, what the fuck is he doing? What the fuck is going on?
You definitely notice it. It's funny.
It's funny.
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alien llamas with laser heat vision.
Yeah.
That's sick.
That is
Pretty dope. It's like
pretty
General
fun.
Zod's a llama.
And then he kills everybody.
Yeah. And the one
Okay.
guy's like, he said something about, you want to get high? Alpaca bowl. I was like, you fucking douchebag.
It's just like that. It's just so goofy.
Alpaca bowl.
Alpaca.
Like, I don't even think alpacas are technically llamas, but we'll go with it.
I think, yeah, they are.
I thought they were different. Like,
They're still in the same.
Yeah, they're still in the same family.
They're just, I think alpacas are
kind of like
they
a
have
hedgehog
longer hair.
and
right?
cheetah.
Yeah, I think so. Your alpacas are thinking of what they use for wool.
Well, they're not the same.
I told you.
I know they're not the same. They look different, but alpacas have the longer hair. I thought
I think they're the
they
same
differ
family.
in size and purpose.
Yeah, I think they're like, same family, but it's the regional thing that makes them different. Kind of like bears. Bears are all bears, but we have polar bears, we have grizzly bears. Llamas and alpacas, or whatever the fuck they are.
Llamas are pack
you have
animals.
llamas and you have alpacas.
Alpacas are for fiber. Coat. Llamas are coarser. Alpacas are finer. Llamas' ears have long banana-shaped ears, and alpacas have shorter, spear-like ears.
It's almost like a seal and a walrus.
Llamas are bolder, and alpacas are shyer.
Walruses are huge and ugly. Seals are cute little things.
Both are valued for different reasons, though they can interbreed to produce a hybrid called Horizo.
Lizzo?
Horizo.
Well, it's kind of like they recently discovered that cottonmouths and copperheads are breeding.
See, they're snake. Well,
Yeah, that's the alpacas.
They're calling them copperhead, or not copperheads. What was that?
a copperhead and a cottonmouth. I don't know.
Cottonhead.
That sounds.
I can't remember what the guy said it
Coppermouth.
was, but they're starting to breed copperheads
Mouthhead.
and cottonmouths.
Oh, I can't say that. Can't call it a mouth head.
Method.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, they're the same family though, so
Yeah.
Can we just get like a
They're
king
both
cobra and a
vipers.
rattlesnake? That's what I want.
that would be
Sick. Fucking wicked.
Except for I can tell
See
you
its
right now,
crown
the
come out
cobra
and just- You're like, oh fuck.
No.
fucking hoods up. Like, oh, we are literally fucked.
Like, you guys are
Do they,
literally
like,
one
dart at
twice
you
in 2
too?
seconds. What's that really fast one called? There's a real fast snake, and I can't think of the name of it, but it's quick.
There's quite a few that are like that.
No.
I thought it was called Blue something, but I can't remember.
Oh, the blue racer?
Maybe that's it. Like, it's real fast. I'm like,
Yeah, they're
man.
they're little racers. They're just like, they're like garden snakes.
I like garden snakes. 'cause
Lane
they're
told me he
nice.
wants to go catch snakes, so I told him I have to go pawpaws, because I don't
Let
think
me
we
know
have
when
any
you
out
want to
here.
do it, and I'll go.
Yes.
Because we had a few ringnecks out here, but nothing I could see.
We didn't have shit at my house, and then one day my dad was like, "Oh, hey," he sent me a picture, and there was a fucking black snake in our yard. I'm like, every single time I'm not home,
No copperheads.
In Cedar Valley, we
No.
used to catch black snakes all the time in the woods.
not a single damn
The
snake.
longest one I ever got was about yay.
Yeah, because didn't you used to go remove them from
Yeah,
people?
I still do it.
Yeah.
That's like my
But I feel like
second.
last year you
That's
had
the one
more,
legal
you had a lot,
license
didn't
I
you,
want.
Compared
I want to be Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love my snakes. I can't help it.
That's fine.
They are completely.
Like, I don't want to hurt them, but some of them. Nope.
Well, for our listeners, if you live in the state of Missouri and need a snake removed, I do snake removal. Well, snake relocation.
Yeah.
I don't kill snakes.
No.
They're too pretty to kill.
No, me neither. They creep me out though, but. But yeah.
As soon as Caleb and I get into our house, it's one of the first things I'm getting is a snake.
That's fun.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
That'll be cool.
When stories end, people expect answers. In Appalachia, answers are rare.
For every scream that goes unanswered, for every trail that goes quiet, there's a family left waiting.
Some families wait days. Some wait years. Some wait the rest of their lives without ever knowing what happened to the person they loved.
And some families keep porch lights on for years. Some never change voicemail greetings. And some still check the woods, just in case.
Many of these disappearances never make national news. They're a paragraph in a local paper, a flyer on a bulletin board, a name that fades from conversation.
Not because they didn't matter, but because they happened in places where silence is normal and answers are hard to come by. Some families are told there was no evidence of foul play, no signs of struggle, no clear explanation, just absence.
And absence doesn't give you closure. It gives you questions.
These aren't legends. They're people.
And over the years, names like Dennis Martin, who disappeared while hiking with his family in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and Ben McDaniel, who vanished after entering Vortex Spring, a site many believe connects back to the Appalachian cave systems, and countless others, whose names never traveled beyond their hometowns.
Parents replay final conversations. Spouses reread old messages. Children grow up knowing someone only through stories and photographs that stop too soon.
And over time, something else happens. The searches stop, the calls stop, the updates stop, but the waiting doesn't.
In small towns across Appalachia, people still remember. They lower their voices when certain names come up. They avoid certain trails. They don't explain why.
Because remembering hurts, but forgetting feels worse.
And that's why these stories matter. Not the sensational ones, but the quiet ones. The ones that never got a spotlight, but still deserve to be told.
The mountains may remember them.
But so should we. If someone vanished, and the world moved on, would you keep telling their story until someone listened?
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And that is sad. Like, some stories do get, obviously, like...
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look like Gabby Petito, for example. Or,
Casey Anthony.
Amy Bradley. Yeah. Well, missing disappearances, though. Like, missing people.
Yeah.
Like, some get... I don't know. It's stupid.
Yeah.
There's so many, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's...
There's a lot. That's my least favorite thing to watch on ID is Disappeared, because I want answers. We can go over disappearance cases all day long.
Yes.
You can make a career out of just cold cases, and it's just sad to think about. It's harsh, and
it is sad.
that's somebody's best friend. That's somebody's daughter. That's somebody's child. Like,
And I've watched a lot of Disappeared episodes, but for the one, for example, like Brittany Drexel, they just found her, like her killer or whatever, recent years, and that happened in 2000 and when did that happen? Anyways, it was solved. It's finally been solved, but at least it has closure. Like those, like
some type of
hopefully
closure.
they'll get closure. Like
it's just sick to know there's so many cold cases. There's way more cold cases than there are answered cases.
Yes. Yeah. It sucks. And that concludes this episode of Veil of Echoes. If this episode stayed with you, you're not alone. Stories like these don't always come with answers, but they deserve to be remembered.
If you'd like to support the show, the simplest way is to follow or subscribe wherever you're listening.
And if you believe these stories matter, sharing the episode helps keep the conversation going.
And beginning in January, we'll be launching Missing Veil Files. Short episodes focused on missing person cases that never received the attention they deserved.
If there's a case you believe needs new light, you can message us directly on social media at Veil of Echoes Podcast.
And on Monday,
we're covering the case of the West Memphis 3.
3 8-year-old boys were murdered.
And 3 teenagers were arrested in a case that would divide a town and raise questions that still haven't gone away.
This is part 1.
Until then, keep your ears open.
And the veil closed.